Good afternoon, this is Kirk at Frezh magazine. I'm here to interview Craig. He's got a new album. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Craig?
I can, yeah. Well, we've known each other some time. I'm Craig Inham, and I'm a musician. I play in a band called the Statue Thieves, but I'm currently working on a solo album, which has been taking some time. Obviously, in the light of the pandemic at the moment as well, things have slowed down a little bit, but things are getting back on track, and I'm going back in the studio to finish off this album, which will be my first official solo release.
Okay. So what's inspired you to let's not say leave the band, but pursue in doing a solo album?
Well, I've always been doing solos. I've had different bands over the years. Statue Thieves been together 8 years now, but I've always been doing solo. But I just never really put a record out or worked in it so much as I have now.
Okay.
But you know, obviously, creatively speaking, there's always ideas that I have that sometimes are more suited for the band and sometimes more suited for my own personal thing. So Wish projects are quite a personal kind of project, really.
Okay. So all right. So you come to this solo album. Is it almost the same sort of genre? Is it something different, or is it a mixture?
I'd say there were some similarities with the band's music, but I'd say it was distinctively my kind of style, which is a folky kind of psychedelic, inspired music, especially from like the 60s.
Okay. Have you got any references on who?
Yeah, well, I've been listening to Nick Drake a little bit at the moment.
Okay.
A guy called Nick Drake, Neil Young, Donovan.
Okay.
You know, a lot of artists from the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
So it kind of goes down that route, but there's also like quite a big, just general kind of psychedelic kind of concept feel to it as well.
Okay. And what has inspired you? Because you know, you said you thought about doing the album for years, and now you're doing it. So like, what has inspired you to feel like that this is the time to do this album?
I think that it was a project that I've been working on for quite some time anyway. But certainly I've had different inspirations, you know, from musicians that I know, you know, including the guitarist Ivan in the band. He's been working on an album. He's done some great music himself, and it's pushed me to kind of think about doing, you know, getting something out there myself. And you know, again, when you're full of ideas and inspiration, you wanna always be kind of getting the music out there someplace rather than having it hidden away.
Okay, and what's inspired you? Because, you know, is it an album that's close to emotions that you've gone through? Is it literally things that you picked up on your journey?
Yeah, I mean, the album started really as some older songs that I had that I always liked. I went through some old songs of mine. Wrote this concept album, which is mainly about a girl who goes on this kind of journey of discovery. It could be parts of my own life in it. I never really self-analysed it too much, but it just was from an inspiration that I had of a journey from where she starts and then and the end of the album, of course, and where she's going. And it's a storybook, so you put the record on and you go on a journey from the beginning to the end of the album. It's a 12-track album. So.
Okay, and would you say that, because you're talking about a journey, would you say some of the background from where you've gone on tour, because you and your band have gone on tour, has that inspired you to build chapters for this album?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I think everyday life will inspire concepts. I would say that I think the main concept was written about 3 years ago. Some of the tracks are as old as 7 years ago, but the actual concept was written about 3-4 years ago. So being at that time, the band hadn't been touring so much as we are now. So, but certainly, you know, different melody ideas, things that have been added to the record over time. I've probably added to different influences that have gone into, you know, the album as it is at the moment.
And even though this is not a interview about your group's album, where can we go to listen to your group's music?
Well, the Statue Thieves, my band is statuethieves.com. And we have a Facebook as well, which is the Statue Thieves again, and there's also Spotify as well. And we're actually working on a record ourselves as well.
So you got your solo album, and then you got like singles after the solo album, or you got the solo album, or is it like a sort of a mashup? Are you gonna do are you gonna do a concert with the the group, we call it a group, the group, and then also do solo tracks of your album when you go on tour, or is it just?
No, this will be a separate project. Yeah.
Okay.
The record. At some point, maybe I will do when it eventually gets released, the solo album, I will do a show for the album.
Okay.
Maybe a little tour as well.
So,
but the band will be doing looking in. Obviously, the difficulties at the moment, the pandemic and everything, it's been difficult to do music. I think a lot of musicians have had to work in different ways.
Okay.
People have been finding it difficult to, of course, play live as well.
So all right then. As you're talking about this pandemic where we are and not being able to perform around for people to see your music, where could people see your music? Are we waiting for music videos to come out, or are you?
So at the moment, the solo record is. I have a website, which is craiginhammusic.com.
Okay.
And then also through there you can find the SoundCloud page.
Okay.
Everything's under Craig Inham Music.
Okay.
Also got Facebook page you can follow, and also Instagram as well, and also Twitter as well. So it's all under Craig Inham Music, but the website has links to all of these, which is craiginhammusic.com.
Okay. And do you have any?
Should I say / Craig Inham / music?
Okay, so it's / So
yeah, that's right. It's just in case people are trying to find it. Maybe we can add a link on here afterwards.
Well, we could add a link down there, but I mean, could we? Is it easy if you just Google it? Could you just find it like that?
You should be able to, yeah, because it should come up with the Facebook as well.
Okay.
If you go on Facebook and type in Craig Inham Music, you'll find it as well.
So basically, what you're saying, if you do a search and you find his face, then you know you're in the right place. If you don't find his face, then you know that you literally have to look for more. So, okay, so all right. So how are you doing music in this pandemic? Like, as an artist that wants to promote their music, what are you doing? Like, how can we see your music?
Well, I actually have the band is always the statuethieves.com, but I have, and we are always posting things as well on Facebook.
Okay.
For solo, I've just started up a YouTube channel, so you can listen to my solo music on, again, Craig Inham Music on YouTube. If you type that in on YouTube, you come up with the Craig Inham Music, you'll find I've been doing little live videos, I've been writing songs and putting them on little sessions from home over the lockdown, and including up until now as well.
Okay, and earlier on I was talking to him about getting, like, for my personal use and also it work out for everybody else, is that trying to get him to do test the concerts from the comfort of his own space. So is that something that you're thinking about, or is it something
I could do a live. I know some people, I know musicians who've been doing a similar thing as well.
Okay.
So I think it's something, and I know the band will think about that as well.
Okay.
I know I don't think I mentioned, but I've been working on a video as well. So there's going to be a video coming out of some new music soon as well, which is loosely connected to the album. But
okay. And as I won't say as a new artist, because you've just explained that you've been doing music for a long time, and this is your first. All right, your whole life, and this is your first solo album that you're putting out. Are you open for other people to get in contact with you to do interviews and to find out more about yourself?
100%, yeah. I mean, I'm always open to kind of work with different people in terms of media and help with promotion as well.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely. If people want to have a listen to my music, they can go and listen to Craig Inham Music, and then they can get in contact with me.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems like we're gonna have to go because there's a few police behind us, so we don't want them to feel like they're coming to get us and stop our interview. But if you want to hear more, stay tuned to part 2 of this interview.